Who would guess that a world-class Japanese garden built by a world-renowned Japanese garden designer would exist in Lebanon, Oregon, east of Albany, and just about 73 miles south of Portland? But it does. Now, I have lived in Oregon for 60-some years and have never even been to this small mid-Willamette Valley farming town until recently. Now, I have visited numerous Japanese gardens in multiple countries on 3 continents, as well as a number of U.S. states, but I didn't even know that such a garden existed only an hour from my own house. But incentivized by my recent personal interactions with the garden's builder, I decided it was high time to pay this garden a visit. What a surprise awaited me. Now, of the Japanese gardens that I have visited so far, only the Portland Japanese Garden and the Murakami Japanese Garden, located in Delray Beach, Florida, just north of Fort Lauderdale, compared to this garden. And no surprise, because the same man helped to build the Japanese garden in Portland and designed and built this garden as well as the Murakami Japanese garden. His name is Hoichi Kurisu, and Oregon is privileged to have this man, who is likely the top living Japanese garden designer and builder alive in the U.S. today, call Portland his home. The Boulder Falls Inn Japanese Garden, located in downtown Lebanon between the Boulder Falls Inn Event Center and the Best Western Premier Boulder Falls Inn, was built in 2013 and expanded in 2015 at a cost of around $2.5 million then. The garden is free and open to the public year-round, and there is free parking. This 1-acre garden wraps around a waterfalls-fed pond filled with colorful and glamorous koi fish, who anxiously greet pond viewers hoping for some treats. All areas of the garden are accessible thanks to 6,200 feet of footpaths. Now, as I said in my opening remarks, this is one of the most impressive Japanese gardens that I have ever visited anywhere. It is meticulously kept up. Many gardens that I visit around the world and around the United States are not very well manicured, but this one is beautifully pruned. All the plants are absolutely spectacular in their pruning styles. I believe that Hoichi Kurisu's crew still maintains this garden after all of these years, and it shows. Everything is meticulously clean and properly pruned in the Japanese Tsukashi and Niwaki styles. Very impressive. And as an arborist and the owner of a tree care company, and as someone who has been an aesthetic pruner for about 50 years myself, I am not easily impressed. But this garden is beautiful in every detail. The rocks, the pine trees, the shrub selection, and of course, we're visiting this garden, my wife and I, the end of April. So the flowers, the azaleas, and the dogwoods, the cherries are already done blooming, and the rhododendrons are just starting to pop. But the azaleas, as you can see in this picture, many, many colors, absolutely astounding and spectacular. And now we are descending the path, the steps that lead down to a viewing area where you can see the waterfalls. There's Archie the dog and my wife. But you can look up and see the waterfalls that feeds the pond. Beautiful, natural looking waterfalls. Every detail is, and every rock is placed in such a manner to make it look natural, just like you might see in a mountain stream in the Cascade Mountains, just 20, 30 miles east of here. And look at that 50-year-old pine tree that came from the Kurisu nursery, beautifully pruned in the Tsukashi Niwaki Japanese style. Is there anything more beautiful than that? Every rock is placed perfectly. Look at how that shrub wraps around the rock, and then the grass, the carex grass next to it. All the rocks, natural, beautiful, covered with mosses and lichens. Rocks in a Japanese garden are like the foundation to the garden. The pine trees are like the bones and the structure. And all the rest of the landscaping is like the skin on the body. And the water features, the streams and the waterfalls, are like the circulatory system, the blood, the river of life that flows through the garden, giving it movement and direction and a kind of a flow of life. And as you will find in all high quality, well and intentionally designed Japanese gardens, there are numerous places to stop and to reflect, to sit, to rest, to meditate. And if it's raining, you've got this beautifully well-designed craftsmanship. Look at the craftsmanship, the woodwork on this gazebo. And there, of course, there are many benches where you can sit and rest and take in the views from many different angles in the garden. There's the waterfalls again that helps to feed the pond. Gorgeous, absolutely spectacular in every way. Thank you for joining me on this exciting explorative tour of one of Oregon's top Japanese gardens, located in a very unexpected spot, the small town of Lebanon, Oregon. I encourage you to take a trip to explore this wonderful gem that's tucked away in this small farming community in the mid-Willamette Valley. Thank you for watching.